Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go over our Forex trades for today, Friday, April 17th. Hopefully, you all had a good week and a good profitable week. We had three trades that we're going to go over. On a size-adjusted basis, 23.6 pips, so pretty nice. If you take away the non-adjusted size, it was actually 68.7 pips. But for our intents and purposes, it's 23.6 pips. They were all given. None of them were full scalps. Two of them were 40% of normal size. One was 30% of normal size, and they were all given with plenty of time to react to get in and to get out. Economic data this morning wasn't a whole lot. I mean, it was the CPI came out, which is a big number you got to follow, but it came in line. It actually missed full CPI missed by 0.1%. If you back out food and energy, it was in line with expectations. So that didn't hurt markets too much. Equity markets are down around the world. You have a lot of fear coming out from Greece now. Rumors, or not rumors, but there were some analysts out there last night saying, it was about 80% chance that excuse me, about an 80% chance that Greece will default. So, that wasn't too good. Apparently, there's another deadline for Greece, which is, I believe, the end of this month. So call it 1.5 weeks. And apparently, the the Eurozone, led by Germany, will not extend that deadline. It's either be kicked out of the euro or given to our terms. I guess that's, at least they're playing hardball now. But anyways, between that and then some news came out from China. Apparently, the equity markets over there in China are highly leveraged, as are the ones here in the States. But China regulators, they changed some rules and regulations as far as margin goes and shorting, being allowed to short sell. So apparently the market over there, the Shanghai index, got hit pretty hard overnight, which bled into the European markets and then our market here. So at last look, the equity market was down about 270 points here in the States. So you got that getting beat up. But we didn't have any trades this morning. We had a dance around that CPI number, and then after having a pretty good night last night, when that CPI number didn't cause some reaction, of course, but not tremendous. We just decided to pack it in for the week and move into cash and stay in cash for the weekend. So let's go over our three trades. Like I said, we pulled out 23.6 pips. The first one you're looking at here is a short in US dollar Japanese yen. We had 40% of our normal size. We got a signal to go short 119.260. It looks a lot easier on this chart here. It was coming down to 119.10 was sort of like the support area that we saw, at least in the beginning, and it wasn't even getting there. It was coming down to like 13, 14, back and forth. There was a buyer there for, you look at this is half-hour chart, so there was a buyer there for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So we ended up getting out 119.18.2, picked up the 7.8 pips, size adjusted 3.1, and you can see what happened there. After a while, it's busted down. Finally, those buyers got exhausted and the sellers took over, and it had a beautiful move down to the figure, which we called. We said, it looked like it was going to go to the figure when we originally shorted it. Came to that and really busted through that, which was a good sign if you're looking to short other things in the future, that it just ripped through the figure. And then kind of bounced back and then hung around there most of the night, and then early this morning broke down again. So you could have made a ton of money on that trade if you held it longer. We probably got out a little early, but it felt like that buyer might hold. So we took a little bit more conservative route. Second trade was Australian dollar, US dollar. We were short this. We had 40% of normal size on this as well. We gave this was actually a signal that was given on Wednesday night, and we didn't get hit until Thursday afternoon, like late afternoon. We got short 0.78160. And it came in nicely within a few hours. It came in right to the figure which we were looking for. And again, after seeing that US dollar Japanese yen busted through a figure, this one busted through. We tried to give it some time. It ran all the way down to into the high 80s. We ended up covering 0.77924, which it was hanging around there for a while. And then you can see there for several hours, and then finally broke down late last night and came all the way down to 77, call it 77.70, 77.69. So really good trade there. Again, 40% of our normal size on that, picking up the 9.4 pips. And then this was a layup of a trade. We got a signal to go long New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, 91.078. You can see we're going here with the trend. You could connect lines to these bottoms. It came right to that line, right on that bottom. It held there nicely. Our original call was for this thing to bounce up to 91.70. That's what the algorithm was looking for. It actually ran to 91.80, 91.81 or so. So it just surpassed it by a little bit. But again, this was overnight and early this morning, around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So before we went to bed, shutting everything down for the evening, we lowered our target to 91.45, and we got taken out 91.451, picking up 37.3 pips. Adjusted for size, that's 11.11 pips. So we'll take it. Unfortunately, it happened while we were not in front of the computer. If we were, maybe we could pieced out, or we would have just hold on and see if it ran to the figure. The half figure could have caused a little bit of resistance, which you see there. It did for actually a couple hours, but then busted through that. So bottom line is the algorithm was right, but we'll take it. 30% of our normal size, like I said, picked up 37.3 pips. Adjusted for size, 11.11. So there you go. 3 trades that we had, 23.6 pips adjusted for size. Not adjusted for size, 68.7 pips. So really solid day, solid way to end the week, and we'll take it. We'll move on. If you're trading now, good luck. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. Probably won't be, considering it's so late. And we'll be back next week. Have a great weekend.